one thing I find fiddly with these is when you go to a job where someone's actually already put one in and you find they haven't got enough space to fit all their wires in, so you sort of tuck them on the outside, sort of play around with them sort of like that really, and just makes your job more awkward.
Yeah, I do use them. The only thing I find with them, saying earlier, was is the amount of room you've actually got for terminating cables.
Just sort of fiddly and crisscrossing, and obviously you have to get every one the exact same length to sort of sweep around and look sort of half decent really.
If you line them up, you push all three at once. Obviously make sure all three are in.
Yeah, cables the right. It's quite
underneath
positive, isn't it? Yeah. I am impressed with the way that went in and you know how it was solid in there. So I might be getting with the times a bit.
Push channels are brilliant, and this is the first that I've seen that incorporates an enclosure as well, with strain relief built in.
And no screws to undo.
No screws or nothing.
Yeah, yeah. So again, from that point of view, I guess it's time saving.
And it's every connection is going to be, you know, it's totally compliant.
Yeah.
Like the junction box, if you're not clamped on your outer sheath, they might say, oh, it's a bit loose on there, you know.
Yeah.
It saves that time, and it also just makes the whole scenario tidier to sort of get them all the wires in where you want them and sort of make it look sort of a good standard really.
You know, came with an open mind. Never been a big fan of these, you know, pushing before, but certainly that. And one of the biggest things is the way that clamps on those cables, because even if they were in there tight, you know, once that goes down on them, you can see that they are solidly in there.
The clamp on it, obviously some brands, you have to muck around sort of trying to screw it in and fiddling around with little screws to try and clamp it in. Obviously with these, they hold it in so much better, and sort of you sort of get that reassurance that they're not going to pull out and be tugged and knocked and sort of broken connections really.
Yeah, so you can't pull them out.
True.
No, yeah. If you would have asked me if I like push connections before I came in here, I would have said no, not at all. But the way that this is designed, just a bit more reassuring with that grip. So that's what sells it for me, that grip.